Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on DC TV and just the Arrowverse in general, because it's some Crisis on Infinite Earth stuff, and this will actually be my second video of the day. And I knew this stuff was dropping. I got told there's something Crisis related dropping, and then I waited. I waited until just before my video went out, and I thought, nah, it's not coming out, I won't cancel my upload. Literally 1 minute after my video from earlier went live, these came out. I am not kidding. About maybe 2 minutes if I'm being generous. Bebo, what the hell? Anyway, if you haven't seen my previous video, go watch it. It's linked in the description down below. We go over some Reverse Flash and Crisis stuff and just some Flash Season 6 stuff in general. But in regards to this video, it's Crisis related. They released the first promo images for Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, these are all from the first episode, the Supergirl episode. I don't know when they're going to release other promo images. You got to remember episode 4 and 5, which is like a two-parter on one night. You know, in January, they probably won't release promo images until the break in between the I guess the crossover, that like mid-season break. But in regards to like Batwoman, which is the second episode, and Flash, which is the third episode, I'm guessing they might release them, weekly leading up to the crossover starting, or they might not release them at all because they might be spoilery. It's up to them, I guess, if they want to release them and when they release them, if they do release them. So have to wait and see. I highly doubt they'll be released today. Hopefully not, because I'm already making a video on these ones. But yeah, let's just jump into it. So we'll just start off with this first image and I'll quickly explain what's going on. Not necessarily in regards to the image, but just in regards to these promo images in general. So this is Alex Danvers and Lena Luthor. I don't know necessarily what they're doing here. It looks like they're in a bit of a panic, to be completely honest, but you will notice all of this stuff is pretty much Supergirl orientated, and even though this is a big crossover, it's going to definitely go past just, the individual shows in regards to scope. Each episode where it's on a specific show will sort of have a theme or focus on elements of that show. So Supergirl will focus, not necessarily focus, but have more of the Supergirl characters in there. Same with the Flash and Arrow and Legends. And with Batwoman, because we're new to that show and I don't really think a lot of their characters are in the crossover, if any, outside of Kate Kane or Batwoman, that might be the episode where we get Kevin Conroy's future Bruce Wayne. That's probably where I'd put my money on that happening. But yeah, I've just scrolled through some of the Supergirl images while I've talked because there's not really much going on with there. But if you're wondering when Kevin Conroy might show up, I'd expect the Batwoman episode, just because, Bat, and there's not much supporting cast that can be brought into Crisis in regards to that show as of yet because it's so new. But yeah, in regards to like the first one I really want to focus on, we do get to see Alex Danvers, Kara Danvers or Supergirl with Lois Lane, Superman and Batwoman. Now, obviously this is on Earth-38. Batwoman and some other people have come in here. Lois Lane has some stuff, like this Lois Lane is in a lot of this crossover. I think in regards to a female character that's not powered, she's in a lot of this crossover. I think she's probably the most in regards to like someone that's not a quote-unquote hero, that's like, a vigilante or a superhero or metahuman or anything like that. So she's got a lot of screen time in this crossover, apparently. And honestly, she'd probably have more screen time than some of the heroes, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, we have all the heroes in here. This is like a bigger shot where we do see the other, like the 5 from before. We also see Lila Michaels, aka Harbinger, who's basically going to be recruiting everyone here. I'll go into why Earth-38 would be the first spot as well, in regards to why they come here. And then we also see Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, and Mia Smoke. My opinions of Mia Smoke at the moment. If she improves, then fair enough, and she might change my mind by Crisis. But at the moment, hopefully she's not in too many of these episodes. I'd expect her in this episode because it's the first one, and then I guess maybe Arrow, towards the end. But hopefully in the middle bit, she's maybe not that relevant or, prevalent, might I say. But I don't know. People like her, people don't like her. She's one of those just controversial, I guess controversial characters. Now this is, I think, one of the ones that people were most excited about when they saw it, which was, of course, Green Arrow just talking to Superman. Obviously, they had that funny interaction or first interaction last crossover, but Superman wasn't really in it too much. Last year he was in like the first episode and he wasn't in the middle episode at all, so there wasn't actually too many like Oliver Clark moments, but I did see a lot of people online when these first came out, like about half an hour ago, 50 minutes ago from when I'm recording this video. People were really excited about this photo in particular. There is another photo involving Superman which people were excited about, which we'll jump into in a second, but this is definitely one of the favorites. Now we do have Kate Kane and Ray Palmer here. Now obviously Brandon Routh got the dual role in this crossover. He might have more, but we know he's at least playing Ray Palmer as well as obviously like the Kingdom Come Superman, as well as the Kingdom Come Clark Kent. He's playing both, or 3 roles really, I guess. Well, 4 I guess if you count Ray Palmer and the Atom as separate characters. But it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with his character of Ray Palmer, because he's leaving Legends and we don't know necessarily the timeline in which like like whereabouts do Legends come into crisis? Like, are they like partway through the story that we're going to see in their fifth season that's coming out, in January and February? Or does this happen before they start that journey? It's going to be interesting to see what happens there, because it might be a bit awkward once you actually start Legends, and he might have like died or something in Crisis, or left in Crisis, but he's still there in Legends and they have to line it up. Might be a bit weird. Here's just a cool group shot of the Flash, Harbinger. Sarah Lance is there, just randomly, just showed up. But Sarah Lance and Ray Palmer get recruited together. So, was she in any of the other shots? I didn't see her. No, she wasn't. So she must be maybe off camera a bit or something. Or maybe she's talking maybe she's talking up a little computer operated chick or something in the background. I don't know. But Sarah Lance wasn't in any other photos, but she's here now. But she and Ray Palmer, get recruited by Harbinger. So maybe this is Harbinger showing up with all of them from Earth 1. Maybe that's why the Flash is there. Sarah Lance and Adam, and they're at like the bottom of they're looking up. So maybe this is when they all arrive initially on Earth-38. I don't know. Actually, when I look back at the previous one, Adam wasn't there either. Okay, so in that must be they get recruited. Batwoman and the two queens, if you want to call it, Oliver and Mia, get brought in by Harbinger, and then she must go away again, and then bring in the Flash, Sarah Lance, and the Atom or Ray Palmer. That must be what happens there. Okay, we've lined up everything. We're all even now. Okay, we figured it all out. We got a really cool shot of here with Oliver in the new suit. He hasn't really worn the new suit a lot, and he hasn't really worn it a lot during the day. So this is arguably one of the best shots we have of the suit. It looks really good. And I think there's another shot maybe of him. No, there isn't. That's the best shot we have of him in that suit. It's a really good suit, but you don't really see it too much in light in daytime or just lit up areas. So it's a bit of a shame, but it's a really good suit. It's actually probably one of the best Green Arrow suits we've had in the entire show. Now we do have this group shot here. I think there might be another group. No, this is the best group shot in regards to them looking up. Now you can see a lot of destruction around them. Now, I'm not too sure necessarily what this fight scene is. There's a very similar fight scene that goes on, but I don't think it's this one in particular where it's like the anti-monitors there. But this looks like it's going to be on Earth-38. And I wonder what the premise of this episode is going to be. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe this is the episode where maybe they try to save an Earth. Really, if you look at the beginning of like that first promo image of Alex Danvers and Lena Luthor, maybe they're reading some stuff on maybe the antimatter that's coming in. Maybe they're getting worried about something. Or maybe it could just be something that's being caused by Harbinger or something coming in. They're getting false readings or something. But there's a lot of destruction there. And it wouldn't surprise me if maybe Earth-38 is maybe the next target for the antimatter wave, and they've really got to try and stop it. So they really are trying to test if they can actually stop an Earth being destroyed. Maybe they have a weapon in particular or some sort of strategy. That's going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to work at all. It'd be interesting if Earth-38 got destroyed though. Imagine that. That'd be pretty crazy if it did get destroyed. I think there were set photos of crap going down on Earth-38, and I think it's around this scene, but I don't know if it necessarily hinted or meant that there was going to be Earth-38 being destroyed. There's just another close-up shot here of Batwoman, Superman, and the Atom. They're just once again just looking up. They don't look too worried, which is a bit weird. Maybe they should look a bit more concerned, especially if it's something deadly going on, but they don't look too concerned. But yeah, maybe they might be in 2 seconds after this photo was taken. Now this is the other shot which got a lot of people excited, the Superman one with the Flash in the background. I don't think it's as compelling as the Green Arrow Superman one because they're actually facing each other. This is just a bit of a, hey, look at me, I'm the Flash in the background, but people are getting excited about that photo. Here's just another hint at the destruction. There's just a lot of crap going on here. It looks almost like a building fell over. Or maybe a statue or something. It's in a plaza sort of area, but it looks like a building might have fallen over or something. There's a satellite dish there. It's hard to tell exactly what went on, but something went down. We can definitely tell that something pretty hectic went down. Here's actually a pretty cool shot of Batwoman. I don't know necessarily where they are. It's some sort of electrical, some sort of wall. I don't know what it is behind her. Maybe it's the weapon they're using. I don't know, but there's something behind her. I'm not too sure exactly what it is. If you have any ideas, let me know, but it's a cool shot of Batwoman. And here's a really cool shot as well. This is the group shot. Now this is isn't going to be in the episode. This is just one that they took on set. So you have everyone mentioned there before. There's Martian Manhunter. I don't think he's in any of the other shots. Was he? Brainy was. Brainiac 5 was. But Martian Manhunter wasn't. He might be in a lot of maybe just in the background, or maybe he's disguised himself as someone. Maybe he's disguised as the Anti-Monitor. There's a theory to go with that one, but he wasn't in any of the other shots, I don't think. But everyone else was. Even though Harbinger goes away, maybe Harbinger just goes back to the Monitor or something while they go fight. I'm not too sure, because Harbinger's got powers. She's actually got very overpowered, superpowers. I guess you could compare them to maybe to Captain Marvel, you know, from like Marvel Comics, maybe similar to that. Yeah. And the last photo to go over is actually a really nice one, which is, I think, is actually going to be the opening, or towards the opening of the crossover. And that's of Clark Kent, aka Superman, Lois Lane, and their baby, Jonathan Kent, or John L, I think is his Kryptonian name. Now, obviously, this is like sort of like the premise for that new spin-off show that's happening, even though I've heard there's actually a big twist in regards to that. I won't say it now because I don't think I can actually talk about it because it hasn't been released yet. But there's a big twist around that show, or potential twist, which would be interesting to see if Crisis plays into that, or there's a complete other reason as to why that twist happens. I'm sort of confused as to how they're going to make it work, but I think it's the better way to go about it, because I don't think that premise is that exciting, but the other premise that they have, which I've been told about in regards to what they could potentially be doing with it, I think is much more interesting. But yeah, guys, that's all the promo images. I will leave a link to an album where you can flick through them yourselves or say them yourselves, so you're not just getting them off my video. So you can check that out in the link in the description down below. Check out my video that I uploaded earlier in the day. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of all these different theories you might have, even though there's not a lot to theorize around this, but any theories or opinions you have, let me know in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.